Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What is going on, people? This is Influence. Today I got PS21 MEDICUS. This is MMC's version of First Aid, the Protector bot, and it's the all-in-one gimmick. I'm not too into the all-in-one gimmick. However, you can't argue, or you can argue, I guess, but you can't. It's almost non-argument that they make a great bot. So I saw this on sale and I was like, hey, let me get this. Doesn't come with much. It looks like First Aid is pretty plain. It's just turns into an ambulance. You know that, the ambulance. Bring the ambulance. But yeah, so you see the 360 and I quite like it. I like it. The transformation isn't hard. It's pretty fluid. I wouldn't say intuitive, but there are a couple spots that you need to pay attention to. However, it's not hard at all. Let's get right into accessories. First is weapon. You see, holds it. It's quite different than normal Masterpiece. It's like a little gap there that it just fits into, and it doesn't really slide in anywhere, but the fingers hold it to in place along with the thumb. It does rattle a tad bit. However, it's fine. And we can see what the gun looks like. It's just black plastic. You can fold this handle up like that. And I don't know if it stows away. I would assume with the folding handle it does. But I do put it underneath in the front somewhere. Maybe I'll find it while I'm doing this review. And you have the box. See some pictures of him going from arm to ambulance to robot. Cool tech specs like G1. You know, if you had MMC products, pretty much the same. And here's the figure. See his head sculpt up close and personal. Great head sculpt. Great bot. It's very solid. It doesn't have die cast, I don't think. I think that's intentional though, because he has an arm they don't want, and it's not. It doesn't have parts forming. Give me parts forming all day. That's all I want in my combiners, which is why this will be robot and not use for combine mode. I'll probably use X-Trans bots for combine mode, and I will compare X-Trans bots. Also, these robots, well, this one is bigger than the two X-Trans bots, Protector bots, so I'm assuming all of them are bigger, and I kind of like that too. Compare him to the two X-Trans bots, Protector bots that are out. As you can see, he's bigger, but it's not terrible. It's just different colors. You can tell they're from different companies. To me, I can tell that they're from two different companies. That doesn't make a bit of difference. I'm just stating the fact that they do look different. They don't look like the same people made them, and they look like they're in different scales. Even though I'm not mad at him being a little bit bigger than the police car and a motorcycle. Maybe he's that big. Maybe X-Transbots make him that big. I don't know. But you can see the whites here. Definitely, you can see the different colors. I know X-Transbots was kind of... Now looking at it, I forgot. It was really like creamish. And a nightmare to transform, I tell you that. Optimus. So you see the height on him. And that's that. We can get into articulation. Up top, the head spins around. Goes side to side. Get a little side action. Goes up like that. That's on this joint. It does go up on the ball, on the actual ball joint. Like this is more straight and this is up. So it's barely, but every time you move it, it does go back. Because it's just these two tabs that kind of snap over. And you get down about that much. Again, there's straight and down. Got these arms that spin around, no ratchets. Not really needed. Arms go all the way up like that. You got elbows, they're double jointed and they get you full articulation. You got bicep swivel there. You got his hands. Showed them earlier with the gun, but they're all typewriter. And then you have the thumb. I thought his thumb was gone. Yeah, the thumb on the ball joint goes up, no other joint, just normal. Waist swivel all the way around, and he has a ab crunch. Good job. Get these skirts all the way up. Does the splits, the full splits. And it's friction. Oh, let's get the skirt. Skirt in the back goes all the way up as one. I don't think that's as terrible as the front skirt going up as one. But you see, he doesn't get the full hurls. But frontwards he can. He'll just hit it with his back foot. Got swivel right there. Make sure this is out, because when you transform it, it has to go in. So sometimes it goes in by itself. And you have a knee, 90 degrees on the knee. I showed the swivel, and you have a toe down, up, kind of like that. And you have a rocker. This whole thing here is kind of the heel spur. You can put that down like that, or put it up. And there you go for articulation. Wheels move. And that's it. So transformation, want to put these wheels down. They are kind of tight. Put these wheels down all the way. Put that back, pull this out like this. Put this down here. And you put that over top of that like this. And do the arms. You can pull this out here. Flip these around. Flip them in. And then put that down. Unlike, not different from normal. Then you want to take this out here. Right there. Make that up. And you kind of flip his arm in, and there's a tab there that tabs into his shoulder right there. There you go. Do the same thing over here. Flip this hand around, flip this around. That there. Come on, camera. Put it out. Move this in and put that up. So it's kind of squared off like that. Come back here. Move this up. This piece all the way up. Move this all the way back. You move these arms up out the way and move these doors back. I usually just pull these out like that. I think it's okay to do it now. Move this up. Move this back here like this. Then I'll push this down here, down here. You can move this up. Move this up. Then these go like that. Got it like this. Move this around, move these arms up here like this. Kind of stays how it should. Then you move these around and push these back here. There's a tab there that goes in there. And there's a tab here that tabs on up here. Yeah. You can also move this, manipulate the waist joint in order to get it correct. You know what? Let me move these up, maybe. Yeah, don't put the lights down yet. So then you can get that up like that, and you can get this in here how it's supposed to go. Now you can push this down and move this down. It kind of keeps that all together. This right here, you spin around. Keep that like that, and you can move this down. As these two things that tab in right there. Fold that in like that on itself. There you go. Then you kind of move this up. There's a peg that pegs in there. Again over here. And it's kind of like this joint down here. It's on a double hinge. So you kind of hinge it down and then get it in there like that. And should be able to tighten it. Let it go. Now we're working on the legs. Move this down, flip this around, move this down, flip these around. Right here, you can pull this up here. Kind of flip this out. You pull it up, it goes out like that. And you can fold this up in here like this. It kind of sits like that. That's probably how it should be. You can move this like this, and you see it kind of squares it off back here. Then there's a peg in right here into here. Move that out. You see those two pegs actually. And you spin that around like this. This is where the little trickier part is. You can pull this out. You probably don't put that together yet, because then you can move this down here like that. Move that out here. Now you can see how this goes in here and pegs on right here. It's in here like this. This stay in here. It should. And this be up here like this. Once you put this back around, and it's like stuffed up in there like that. It fits. It's just, you got to get it correct. Try to get it like this. This should be, you see that screw? Then this folds in like this. As long as this is all the way up, it should fold in correctly, and then it'll go up here. But don't forget, I forgot, gotta move this over right here. Move that over here, and then it gets it closer to the other leg. And there you go. Let me try that a little bit better over here. Pull that down, pull this down, and pull this up here. Move that down. Both of them. You don't really need to take it out. Then you can move that out, so you can move this around here. Again, move this out here like that, so that slider is all the way up. Then you can kind of move this out, bend this up. It's a little easier on this side because they don't have that thumb to contend with. Move this up here, bend this like this, and bend this down like that. So then when you're putting it up here, it should fit right there. Let's move this in and get this where it should be. There you go. And you can flip this in, and don't forget to move this leg in on at that cut joint, just ever so slightly. You see how that is? It's enough to make some room. You fold this in here, and you just get everything together. This down here like that. Put this in here. Move that back up. And collapse these together. Get this together, and yeah, I think it's that thumb. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got a mini iron hide. Rolls, rubber wheels, emergency ambulance. See the paint right there. These are rubber, wiper paint. Paint's nice. Paint's nice. Looks nice. And what I do, since I can't find a place for this gun, I usually just stick it up in here like that, and it stays, and it doesn't rub. Now, I don't know, you can see from the front, you can see it a little bit, but I don't know if that's how it's supposed to go or not. So now we can hit up the arm mode. Just go backwards. Get this out of here like that. Split this apart. Pull this out like this. Once you pull this out like this, you can flip this over and peg it on there. There we go. Flip this out. Peg it on there. There we go. Now you want to flip this out, fist. So you kind of pull that out there and get that out of there. Flip it around. I ripped the thumb off. It's on a ball joint. It may happen. You're moving all this stuff next to each other, so I think you can flip this out and flip it up so it covers that right there. Same thing over here. Flip that down. Flip this around. Spin this around. Peg it in over here. There's a peg right there that pegs into the side there. You can flip this back. Pegs in right there. Then you can peg all this together. Peg the fist together. There we go. Now there's a joint here that you got to get out. So pull this out of here, and then you kind of bend this down and then move it back up, and it gets the port out, the cabana port. And technically you can pull this, let me see, I think it's this part. I think it goes up like this. I'm not sure. Yeah. I think it just goes out. It's supposed to be out like that. No. Turn the waist like this. Because then you have that elbow joint right there. You can turn this like this. It is tight. It's a tight joint. So as you're turning it, you can sometimes get this, you gotta keep it held together and then turn this like that. There you go. Now we have the thumb and trying to figure out what was going on with the hand. I forgot you got to flip this up too to make that. And here you are. You got the elbow joint. It gets you a little bit more than 90. You're good to go. I think that's cool. I prefer parts forming again, but I think for the hands it doesn't make that much a difference. I think it would be okay. But for me, it's the waist and the middle section that's just not going to do it with all in one for me. It's not bad though, and especially it's a great robot. So let's go back. Go back to, we can go back to robot. Then you can just pull this out. Flip this back in, not hard at all. Flip that down. Pull this back here like that. And just take this apart here. Slide this back out so separate the legs a little. Just pull this out, flip this around. You know, this is going to go in here as best as it can. But you can just take all this, flip that back up, push it down, flip it around, just to pull out all the way. When you flip this back up, you'll see that the peg goes into here. So where you can get it in, that's where it's supposed to be at. It's supposed to be down all the way. You want that all the way down. And the fish should fit up in this little cavity here. You can put that there like that. You can pull the feet out. Flip this down, put this around, and put it back. And there you go. You have a leg done. That's simple. Take that out. I don't like pull them separate. Pull this all the way out. Pull this out. Get that unpegged. Move that down. Then you can move this in. Peg it back in as best as you can. Something like that, and then you can push this down all the way in order to get this pegged in right there. You first have to turn this or there's no pegs there. There we go. Now there's pegs down there that these peg into. Peg. Flip that down, flip that up. Make sure the feet are right, and voila. Put that back. Then you just reverse. Take that out. Like to move these up in order to get these up a little bit so you can get the arms out. You can move this, flip that up, flip it around, leave it like that. And you pull these arms out. It's pretty tight, especially the first time. Pretty tight. Move this up also. You can push this down here. Move these like that. Push this up in here. There we go. Now kind of work it in there. Move this down like that. Flip that in. Down like that. Flip that in. And push this down here. Flip that in. Leave it like get the arms like that. This can go down here and it just goes around there like that. Doesn't really peg in anywhere. Put it down, push the head up. Put this down. It kind of pops up a little bit to give room. So then you just pull it down. This just clamps right there. Home stretch. Pull this out of there. Pull these down. Flip this up. Same thing over here. Pull that out. Pull these down, flip this up, flip the arms out. Flip this out. Flip the flip the waist around and flip the fist out. I was trying to say both at the same time. There you go. Flip his hand out. I mean his gun, and put it in his hand. Oh, his one finger does move too. I don't know why I said they all move on typewriters. Oh, so I got that all wrong. They're actually individually articulated, but they're still typewriter. Now, maybe the middle. Is the middle? Yeah, I can't tell. Like the pinky. The middle two together? No, I don't think. I never saw that before. Yeah, so they're individually articulated. Sorry about that. However, it's just the one knuckle down here. And you can put this in there like this. Move this down. And clamp the fingers around. There we go. First aid back to the robot. This has been MEDICUS PS21, which is MMC's take on a masterpiece first aid. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and leave me a like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you like. And I will get up with you in another one.
You know, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.